PLC Network here at CES 2021, an all-digital event. A very interesting take at CES since it's usually in person, live, with a lot of commotion and chaos going around. But this time it's just a nice, quiet, private discussion. And today we have one with Richard here with MOVO. Richard, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you having us on, James.
Absolutely. And MOVO's had a lot of success, both recently in the past as well, with some new products coming out that have been really competitive with some really major brands. What are we looking at today?
As a company, so MOVO as a company, we've been around for about 5 years. We started off as a product that supported photography, the photographer. And within the first year or two, we quickly shifted towards audio and video focus because that was the market and that was the growth of that market. And so we're really centered on the content creator. Anybody who's creating content, anybody who's shooting video with their smartphone or DSLR, anybody who's creating a podcast, shooting photos, we kind of run the gamut of producing products that support those type of users.
So you have a lot of really a huge market to sell to out there, and you're doing quite well compared, when you're comparing yourself to some major brands out there. And this is, you have everybody. We were actually having a discussion before we started this, where you mentioned from soccer moms that are just sitting at home with all of this free time on their hands now during this situation everybody's been going through. And then you have all the other normal industries that have been taking off over the last 5 years, like gaming industry and everything else, where anybody and everybody can get involved with video production now and streaming. And especially because products are becoming a lot more affordable, and you're part of that crowd.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, for us, it's really producing high quality premium products at accessibility price points. So the goal is to get to democratize, I guess, the market and let everybody understand that you can produce content easily using your smartphone, which is kind of the primary these days. And then second to that is if you're a little more prosumer, then you upgrade to a DSLR or what have you. You can also use our products for that. But you're exactly right. Right now is you see this influx of people who have the ability and the passion to go and create films or to create podcasts or to create vlogs and YouTubers and TikTokers and all these spaces, even business owners. We work a lot with entrepreneurs who are marketing their own company, and they're trying to create a video for their company, or they're trying to create a podcast for their company. So we run the gamut in terms of the audience base, but you're exactly right. It's a broad market, and we've been doing very well compared to, or competitively to, bigger names in the market that have been there for 10, 20, 50 years. So us coming in, having products that are just as good, if not better, at a lower price point, at a more accessible price point, has really done us very, very well.
Now, you have a presentation with some information on some of these products today to share with us.
I do, yeah. I'll run a video for you so you can take a quick video so you understand what the background of the company is, or the backbone of it, and then we'll walk through a few products for the show.
Well, let's take a look at that video.
Yeah, I know that I can do this. I know I got this. Just watch me do this. I know I got this. I know I got this. Oh, just watch me do this. Hey, yeah. Oh, just watch me do this. Oh, check me out.
So this is a quick overview of what MOVO, who we target, who MOVO targets. So filmmakers, vloggers, podcasters, et cetera, et cetera. It's the content creator as a category. So anybody who wants to create content, make content, we basically provide products for their uses. This is a quick overview of how we segment the market. So we're in about 5 different categories, from the filmmakers to the streamers, which is also what we call streamers / vloggers, YouTubers, TikTokers, podcasting, entrepreneurs, and educators. A lot of educators have been using MOVO products, especially for the distance learning these days, for the last year. Instructors, students, they all need good quality mics, they need good quality video, and so we've been very fortunate to play heavily in that space. So you can kind of see the breakdown where we skew more towards the vlogger, the YouTuber, the streamer, and then filmmakers, and everything else kind of follows. So let me walk you through. So the VXR10 Pro, this is our flagship shotgun microphone. And this is the product, the original VXR10, which has been in the market for a few years, is one of, or actually the #1 selling shotgun mic on Amazon. And we've done tremendously well with this product. Came out with a new one, which is a Pro version, which is an upgraded audio quality. It has an upgraded shock mount as well. And it includes all the accessories you need, from the windscreens to a carrying case to a cable that allows you to plug into your phone. This product is a $49 product. The original one was $39, is still available. But the Pro right now has done tremendously well for us, and it's been out for about a month or so, or about 2 months. So that's what it looks like when it's mounted to a camera. And cool story about this is we were working with one of the NBA players during the NBA bubble, which you guys remember back last year. And he was using a competitive product and ended up switching to ours because of the quality, and then also the fact that ours does not require a battery. So think about, if you're in a bubble, you have to go and find a battery to run your microphone when you're stuck in a hotel for months on end playing basketball. The convenience of not having a battery was tremendous for him, and the sound quality was just as good. So that's the VXR10 Pro. The Pro also comes in a kit. So these kits have done extremely well. It basically allows anybody who wants to shoot content using their phone to have a hand grip, you have a tripod stand, you have a light attached to it, you have a microphone. It's basically anybody who's on the go, anybody who wants to shoot professional quality using their phone. We have all the products that allow you to do that. So these kits are very common amongst the MOVO brand. And so this VXR10 Pro Plus is essentially taking that VXR10 Pro, which is a top-selling mic, and then adding all the accessories to it to create a complete kit. So you see the price point here. It's a $129 product. And again, this is what it would look like when people are out in the field shooting. So you shoot selfies, you shoot films with it. People have shot and created films because smartphones these days, as you know, the quality is tremendous. And so again, we've seen a lot of success with this, and this product is on the market currently. Our UM700. So this is a very competitive product to what you would know on the market, Blue Yeti, for example, which is probably the market leader. We've come into the market with this product, I want to say a few months back, 2-3 months ago, and it's done tremendously well. So for us, we've had a ton of reviews. The feature sets on it are very competitive to the Blue. We have everything from multiple polar patterns to a pretty wide use case, from desktop to obviously studio use, and anybody who needs a good quality USB mic, this product has served that for them. So we're high quality, we're premium, but our price point is slightly below what a Blue would look like. So it's a $99 product and a pretty typical standard plug and play USB mic. So that's what it would look like in the setting. The VSM7, which is our condenser mic, is essentially a vocal mic. And so this mic allows you to basically, same thing, there's multiple polar patterns, but this was more for studio use. We've had some music artists using these products. We just shot a video recently with Taylor John Williams, who is a semi-finalist on The Voice, which you can see that video on YouTube. And he does an amazing job singing into the mic. You can hear the clarity of it. It includes a shock mount. It has a pop filter, and it's a standard XLR cable. So it's professional grade. But it has a lowest pass filter, which is great to have, obviously, and it has multiple polar patterns. So you see this setting. This was used in a podcast setting. And then the last product that we have that we're introducing here at CES 2021 is the MC2000, which is a wireless conference room mic. Obviously, distance learning, work from home settings nowadays, microphones are extremely important. And so we started working on this product, I want to say, right in the beginning of the pandemic or mid-year and midway through the pandemic. And the idea here is basically to provide a high quality wireless desktop conference mic where you can essentially set this product right in the middle of a room or on a conference table and capture great audio. And this is a $249 product. It's coming out in late January. So that's what it looks like there.
So since that one is wireless, how does it do for latency? Is it a very low latency connection?
Very low latency. It's a 2.4 gigahertz wireless connection. And so yes, the latency is important. I think in the conference room environment, it's probably not as important, but it is very low in terms of how it's set up. And it does have a 360-degree pickup as well. And it has some noise canceling as well. So it's all the features you would need to basically capture great audio in that type of setting, in a meeting setting, in a learning setting, where a conference environment would be needed. And that's our website.
So this really does play into the discussion of how much of a grip you have on the industry and all of the individuals that can benefit from making use of some of this gear. And so, I mean, the price points really explain this, and shed light on this. I mean, some of these major brands out there, a lot of people, let's go back like 10, 20 years when somebody wanted to get involved with something like this, and you had Blue microphones that were just starting and all these other major companies. And, an individual would look at some of these price tags and they would probably shiver at the cost of what it would take to actually set something like they can now with just a few $100s.
That's a great point. I mean, I think for us, it's the accessibility side, right? It's basically empowering the everyday user. That's very important. As you mentioned, James, I mean, over the years, technology has gotten cheaper. And the idea is that if you can take that and you harness it with some innovation, you harness it with some engineering and technology, you can kind of create a product that is comparable to most on the market. And to your point, right, companies like Blue, companies like Shure, companies like Rode, we've done very well against those companies with products that are perform just as well, if not better. And we have a lot of reviews. So, for us, it's not about us touting. It's about a third party going and doing a product review or doing a shootout and seeing that, hey, this product at, 20% less or what have you, maybe even half the cost potentially, is outperforming a product that has a legacy like a Shure of 50, 70 years. And so we've been very fortunate. It's only been 5 years since we've been on the market. And Ben, who started the company, started with that vision of saying, let's make quality products at affordable price points. And then that, from the photo industry into what it is now, is what bloomed into this whole audio video space that we play heavily in.
I think that's really the word to focus on too, is affordable, because you look at it as this, you can do this really cheap now, but the word isn't really cheap anymore, because cheap used to really give you that mental image that it's more affordable, but it's cheap, which means you get what you pay for, but when you see some of the stuff you have access to now in the market like this, it's less cheap and more so the word affordable, because you are surprised by the quality you get at a lower price point. So
you're right. Cheap is not even in our vocabulary, right? We don't use the word cheap, right? For us, it's accessible. So the goal is to make it accessible for everybody. Affordability is also a word we like to use. But more important, I think, is the fact that we're trying to empower everybody in the market. And anybody who wants to create content, they can do that on a budget, let's just call it. But yeah, you're right. The word cheap is something that we definitely stay away from.
Yeah, it's nice to see the world of audio production become more accessible, as you say, to everyone, and not just those with the big budget and performances and production situations. You can sit at home and do anything you want at just a few $100s, and that's just big. That is absolutely big, and especially when you look back over the last 10 years or so of what you had access to back then. So in terms of our viewers that are watching this now, where could they find? Now, obviously, they can go to MOVO's website.
Yeah, MOVOphoto.com is the primary site where you can go and view products, and we're heavily sold on Amazon. We're a top tier vendor, so you can go to Amazon and search the MOVO store, where you would find all of our offerings there as well.
And of course, we'll try to include some links in the description of this video as well to make it easier to find them with. And Richard, this has been amazing, and a lot of it sounds, all of this sounds really exciting. And we wish you the very best of luck with everything, and hope you have the best the rest of your experience at CES as well. It's almost over. It's almost over.
It's getting there. Yeah, it's getting there. I'm sure you're exhausted, but yeah, we're getting there.
And I'm sure the show's been good for you so far. So
it has. Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you, Richard.
Likewise, James. I appreciate your time.
If you want to stay on top of all the latest and greatest, and or at least the gadgets we cover, remember to subscribe right here. Subscription button. Click it. You're going to want to. There's lots of videos, interviews, previews, all sorts of stuff. Button. Click it.